Thank you for tuning in to Beacon Marketing's Beacon 5 Things You Know About Marketing This Week. My name is Roger Gallegos. I'm the founder and CEO of Beacon Marketing. This week I'm concluding my Versus series, which I've been breaking down some key decisions every business owner has to make when it comes to promoting themselves and their business. These decisions include whether or not to do paid advertising or stick with your organic marketing, which marketing channels should you focus on, and traditional marketing methods versus digital. These are important decisions because they will impact how successful you are with the time, money, and effort that you put into marketing your business. These are things that you have to try to frame it in how they apply to your business, because there's no easy answer. There's no clear cut this way or that way. What you really have to do is understand how the question applies to your situation and what will work best for your business and what you're trying to accomplish. So in this series, we're just breaking that down, so when you look at it, when you're trying to answer this question for yourself, for your business, you're doing so with all the information with all the possible information. So if you've missed a video, please check back. You look at the previous videos. It's been the previous 3 weeks. This week we're finishing the series by looking at what you need to factor in when hiring outside help, because that is something that every business owner has to decide, because marketing your business takes time, money, or effort. It takes one of those three, most often a combination. So if you're not going to be putting the time in yourself, that means someone on your staff or someone external is going to do it. So if you're going to hire someone external, you have to pay them. If you're bringing someone on board to be part of your team, you have to pay them. So what things, these are some considerations that every business owner has to make, has to think about when marketing their business. So we're just going to look at it so you could be better prepared to make that decision yourself when it comes time to understand how you should promote your business and promote yourself. So first thing, are you ready? And what I mean by that is, do you understand who you are, what you're trying to accomplish, what's your UVP? Essentially, have you set forth your strategy? Do you understand what you want to try to accomplish with your marketing efforts, and what would success look like? And that's okay if the answer is no. Because what you could do is you could piecemeal that, and we'll touch on that later. That's one of the 5 here. But if you're not ready, don't go full bore. You want to make sure you take the proper steps to understand where you're at, because if you just hire someone to do your marketing and you yourself aren't ready, then your marketer might be here where you're here, and you're not going to be on the same plane, and so there's going to be a lot of miscommunication. So you want to understand where you are in the life cycle of your business, so when the marketer comes in or whoever they come in, you're on the right plane. So you want to make sure, am I ready to bring someone on to do what I need to get done? So part of that we're going to lead, that's going to segue to this number 2 point. The number 2 point is, have you set goals? Now, these are goals for what you want to accomplish in your business. A marketer will help you set your marketing goals. Well, they should help you set your marketing goals, or better define them. So what you really want to do is define what success looks like for you as a business. And what I mean by that is go deeper than, if you've watched any of my videos before, it's deeper than just saying, I want increased revenue. We all want increased revenue. What you want to understand is, how are we going to increase that revenue? Are we selling product X or service Y? Are we targeting these people over here or this segment audience over here? What are we trying to grow? What are we trying to do? You want to have those clear, so when you sit down with your marketer and you say, this is the area of the business that we really want to grow, and this is who we're targeting. So when they sit down, they say, okay, here's how we're going to do it. They're able to set up a strategy and a plan around this. You want to make sure you set your goals first, or at least work with them to set those goals. So setting your goals is number 2. The third one is, what can you do internally? So if you're hiring someone from the outside, let's say you're bringing an outside expert to act as a consultant or whatever, what steps can you do internally? What are some easy things that you could do? What are some stuff that your staff could do? Because if there's stuff that you guys could do, you should not pay them to do those things. You should pay them to do the things that you can't handle, the things that are either outside of your expertise, or maybe things that you say, you know what, they're just going to be better at that. A perfect example of that is graphic design for Beacon Marketing. I am not a graphic designer, so I pay someone external to do graphic design for Beacon Marketing, because the money that I pay them is less than what I'd be paying myself if I did it hourly. So I'd much rather pay them to handle the designs, because I actually end up saving money in the long run, because the money I spend doing that allows me to do other things. So there's a bit of an opportunity cost here. So you can sit there and ask yourself, I can accomplish these things relatively easily and cheaply. I'm going to let them do the high-end stuff, or the stuff that I just don't want to do, or just outside of my capabilities. So you have to make those evaluations. What can you do externally versus what you should farm out to somebody else. Number 4, and I touched on this before, is consider a piecemeal approach. So a lot of times people think, oh, I'm going to hire one person to do everything. And if that one person or that one company can do everything, great. It's good to be with one person, because then you don't have to constantly explain who you are, what your business is. But oftentimes you will see that different businesses or different people have different specialties. So maybe before you hire a marketing expert, you just talk to a general business coach, because a business coach will help you align your organizational goals and align you with that. So maybe you work with them for 3 to 6 months, you get your business in line, moving the direction that you want. And then you pivot over to a marketing coach or marketing consultant. And then if they don't do marketing services, like if they don't draft copy for you or manage accounts, maybe you shift to somebody else that does that. So consider, again, this goes back to the first couple of steps where you understand where you're at internally and what your goals are, and then hire people to help you meet those goals along the way. So if you are taking this, if you see yourself, needing 3 months to a year to 18 months to get to where you need to be, maybe you need different sort of guides, as it were, along that journey. So consider that piecemeal approach, because that might be the best way, rather than trying to depend just on one person or one group of people to help you. You might need different sets of help, and that's okay. You just need to define what the help is and who those people are, and make sure their scope, they don't go without that scope. Their scope is really defined. So you get with them, you understand what they're doing, they understand what they need to do for you, what success looks like, you get it done, and then move forward. Lastly, get references. See if they could offer, if they say, hey, who have you helped? What have you done for them? What worked well? And if it say, would they mind me contacting? So maybe they just say, hey, this is some hiccups that we had. This is what worked well. So you have the best. You set yourself up for the best possible outcome, and you can just let them know and say, "Hey, look, I just want to make sure you and I work well," and they'll appreciate that. Anyone worth their salt, worth paying, will appreciate that. So, quick recap. You want to look at, are you ready? So, quick recap: things to consider before you hire some outside help. Are you ready? Have you checked yourself internally? Are you ready to hire some outside help? Have you set your goals? Do you understand what you're trying to accomplish as an organization? What can you do internally so you're not just taking everything and pushing it off your plate? Consider a piecemeal approach, doing it in segments so you don't overwhelm one person or rely just on one person, one group of people. And get references. Make sure you understand who you're hiring, what they do well, and where they struggle at, so you understand where you're spending your money. Okay, so that's it. That concludes the Versus series. As always, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know, if you've hired outside help, what worked well for you, what didn't, what were some hiccups, all that fun stuff. I just kind of want to hear from you guys. I love hearing it. In the description below, please check out the link for the blog that goes along with this video. Look for the link to schedule a free 30-minute discovery session where I help you understand where you're at with your marketing journey and how I and Beacon Marketing might help you take the next step. And then sign up for my email newsletter. Subscribe to my list. That's it for me today. Again, Roger Gallegos, Beacon Marketing. This has been Beacon 5. Stay tuned next week. I haven't quite decided what next week's video is going to be, but I'm sure it's going to be great. Talk to you soon. Once again, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. You have a good one.